Alright guys, so time is now for a live showdown between the Beastmen and the Greenskins. So we're going to be trying something a little bit different in terms of our Lord. I do think that Morker the Shadowgave is probably the most competitive pick here, simply because the Chaos Spawn are already pretty good against lightly armored Greenskin troops, and against Black Orcs they can apply poison. They definitely bring a lot of utility to the battlefield, and you're also getting like 2,000 gold worth of resources. Well, not quite, because they do degenerate, but still. But I also think that Malagor isn't a bad choice. Final Transmutation and similar effects are very good against the Greenskins. We're going to be trying out Traderkin. Traderkin does pretty good damage against lords and single targets. Also against elite troops like Black Orcs, it can do okay. And it does have a slow on top of it. So we're going to be trying to synergize that with the Butchers of Kalkengard, some of our throwing axes, and having a little bit of fun. We're also going to be bringing Big Daddy Gorbel. So Gorbel is in a bit of a bad place, but I'm trying to think what the Greenskins have that's really high mass. Arachnarok Queen could punt him around, but I feel like he might get a couple good attacks in on her. So we're going to be trying out Gorbel, just want to experiment with new things, kind of develop some new builds. But frontline's going to be Bestigors. We have a couple of the Gore Herds, the dual wielding variant, because he's probably not going to be targeting our dual wield Bestigors with his Goblin Archers. So I figured, hey, let's go for the DPS and just see if we can trade. It's going to be aggressive though, because he does have the Wah, of course. So maybe we can get him to pop it preemptively by like committing to an engagement with our Centaurs and Minotaurs or something, but we'll find out in just a moment. We do have throwing axes as well, which are pretty good. We have regular Centaurs to be hunting down his cav and other mobile units. So we're probably going to start a little bit further back. I'm not sure, though. We'll see in a second. So frontline is a little bit limp, though. I'm not going to lie. We just have, like, you know, the 3 Gore Herds right here. Not a lot of stopping power. So if he probably has, like, I would imagine a couple Black Orcs or something, which are always pretty scary here. But hopefully the Minotaurs and other troops can pay their due diligence. The Gorbel will be in the back here. We'll also put Malagor back here. He's not going to be summoning Cygors. He's just here to cast some fun spells. Let's go ahead and set up our skirmishing corps. So we do have these guys right here. We're going to have 2 groups. So we're going to have Centaurs with the Sword and Shield variant, or the Spear and Shield, because, I mean, if you're fighting Orc Boar Boy Biggins and things like that, and Forest Goblin Spider Riders, these guys are going to be so much better against them, as well as enemy skirmishers. So we're going with that. We do have our throwing axes right here, who can be kind of lurking and ready to pressure. We have Harpies too. Harpies are really good against Greenskins, I think. Pretty good for chasing down Rusty Errors, Goblin Archers, like all kinds of stuff like that. Let's just put our Minotaurs right here. It's not a big deal where they go. And that's it. I think we're ready to party, guys. We're gonna be bringing the heat. We did start with really low winds of magic, so we're gonna pop this Arcane Conduit like right away. So Traderkin, probably just gonna be spamming it on Wurzog. I wish we had like an Arcane Unforging. That could be Wurzog. We're probably not gonna see Grimgor out of it. So you don't see Grimby too much. He's in a bit of a dark place, Grimgor. He just doesn't do a whole lot. I mean, in this matchup, I mean, yeah, I guess he could probably beat a Gorbel or something. But anyways, let's go ahead and start sweeping upwards, see what we can find, get a little bit of harass. So he has Trolls, which is cool. Yeah, he started really, really far back, actually. So I kind of want to, like, go up here and see if we can, like, secure some sort of a high ground position. And it looks like we have something in the forest here. So we have some Chariots, the Thief Robbers. So we're going to go after those guys. These guys are going to keep sweeping up. These guys are going to go here. And there's no way those are... Oh, they're actually really fast. But the Poison Hounds might be able to catch him, and we'll pressure there as well. So my opponent definitely on his game here is watching like everything. So we'll move our army up, put him on walk. Looks like the Hounds might be able to catch here. We have the Centaurs like hot in pursuit, so let's actually turn, go after the Death's Creepers, and we should be able to pin him down here. I mean, and let's bring our guys from across and see if we can get that, because we're probably not going to catch these Forest Goblin Spider Riders, but we really want to win this engagement. So 5, we'll put our Harpies over here, go ahead and swarm. I think we're going to get a good engagement here. The throwing axes, yeah, these Centaurs are definitely doing some really good work against Death's Creepers. These guys, these Forest Goblin Spider Riders doing good work against our Hounds, though. But yeah, this flank should be good. Let's see if we can collapse real quick and catch them off guard. Actually, no, we have a perfect sandwich right here. We have to go for that. That's just too good and tasty. Harpies can just fly over and kind of assist wherever they're needed. Let's actually go and fly them right here. And we'll get our throwing axes back into the ranged mode here. So maybe we can get the Death's Creepers. Not sure how that's going to pan out, but yeah, we definitely got some good value here. We got rid of a couple of the Forest Goblin Spider Riders, and let's go ahead and position our army right here. And you know what? Screw it. I don't want to like fight up there. Let's just do it down here. Great. So we're catching those guys, just trying to get any value we can. The Greenskin army's kind of hanging back a little bit, so let's fly the Harpies over and see if we can see what's going on here. Actually, we might need those guys to just kind of break these guys off. No, they're actually broken already, so great. So we can just chase those Forest Goblin Spider Riders. Harpies can go scout, look for the Rusty Errors, like other tools like that. We have some troops nearby here, so let's go ahead and get those guys going and get the Minotaurs going there as well. And yeah, maybe we get some reinforcements there in time. Okay, cool. So the Harpies are scouting. If we see the Rusty Errors or any other archer units, we can definitely attack, but it doesn't look like he has those. Okay, so these guys still fighting over here in the forest. Those are nasty skulkers. We do not want any of that. So we're really just going to try and, you know, do this battle over here. So Traderkin, do we want to use that? I mean, he has 2 groups of units here. So let's go ahead and cast that and see if we can. Well, the range on that seems like pretty short. Okay. Yeah, the Minotaur charging in is definitely going to be really nice. Okay, so we get that bull charge right there. And is there anything in the back we can, like, troll with Harpies to slow his advance a little bit? I don't know if we can. All right, so let's go ahead and just kind of reform ranks right here. Let's go ahead and scoot back just so we can assess the situation. Yeah, okay. So over here, we're doing pretty good for ourselves. Unfortunately, we do get those guys caught, which is not good. That was really, really sloppy play. And those skulkers, but I think they probably smoke bombed us, which is pretty solid stuff from my opponent there. We have those guys here. So let's actually attack these Death Creepers with our Harpies. I mean, I wouldn't mind even fighting against those other guys here. And we didn't end up using the Traderkin, which is pretty cool. So throwing axes, yeah, we should be able to overwhelm those, but I'd like to get those guys back here. I think we really, really need them. We can charge you guys into the Night Goblins here, the Minotaurs and company. Yeah, we get a nice little blitz over there, but the Harpies, let's go ahead and pull them back. Maybe we can get this group of Forest Goblin Spider Riders. Okay, so we get a charge down the pipe. Let's go ahead and pull those guys back. And yeah, just kind of recentering our troops. So throwing axes are detaching here, which is nice. These guys are chasing off the nasty Skulkers, but let's go ahead and pull them back here and do a shift path, which will be very useful for that. Great, so fighting in the forest going pretty well. Harpy's getting some freebies for sure. Let's go ahead and cycle charge in again, see if we can like collapse those guys with the hounds. He's a little bit staggered in his formation. We'll move up Papa Gorble. We'll get Yugo in here as well. The toughest thing is going to be dealing with the Blackworks. Those guys are going to be beastly, but the Harpies are just shredding those guys there. So let's go ahead and switch them here and see if we can get some good value. Throwing axes are like one of the best tools we have against the trolls and the Blackworks, so we were really going to need those guys to pay their dues. Let's go ahead and get you guys engaging here. We'll get the Malagor and company going there as well, and we're just going to... Do we want to use the Devolve here? I don't know if we do. Okay, so throwing axes can now start throwing at the trolls there, which we really, really need to take out. Let's go ahead and get ready for some rear charges. He has popped his Wah, which is going to be pretty good. So let's go ahead and overcast the Traderkin right here, and let's go ahead and see how much damage it does. Vestigors, we're going to kind of charge up here in reserve. Minotaurs can keep working on those guys, and we do get a pretty nice little debuff on him there. Let's pop the Sarkin Conduit, get you guys around the back, just check on all our cav units, see what's going on. And what is he have? Black Orcs there? We're going to do a rear charge here, which should just break off those trolls. So far, it's been a really good game. Harpies, still in a pitch fight in the forest here. We want to attach, like, pull some of these Gores in there to help. I don't think we need to. And yeah, let's get the Gorble in there as well. Just kind of keep collapsing. Hopefully the Minotaurs and company can do well. So throwing axes are in position. We're able to break those guys with that rear charge right there. The Black Orcs in the hills are kind of pressuring. And we have pretty good Winds of Magic, but I think we're going to save up for another one of those. And the Minotaur is actually able to just dumpster those Black Orcs, which is really, really solid. But battle's certainly not over. Let's go ahead and chase those trolls off. Let's get the throwing axes recentered. Just have them start throwing at some of those Black Orcs, just throwing some bones. Hopefully they can do well. And yeah, rear charge here. Quite happy about that. Let's wrap up and around. So we'll have them go. We'll put these hounds in group 6, so they'll just chase by themselves. RP's still fighting against all those Forest Goblin Spider Riders, which is awesome. And yeah, we should be able to win this center engagement with all these troops here. Wurzog kind of run into the hills. I don't know if he has too much help. Centaur's, she should go try and get him. Let's go ahead and get a Traderkin on him as well, which will slow him down, make him definitely a much juicier target for those Centaurs. And the Chariots are coming back, the ones that we chased off earlier, but they're making their way back to the battlefield. Poison Hounds have shattered the trolls, so let's get them here, and we get a great engagement on Wurzog. So that's going to be solid. Black Orcs and company have been pile-driven into the ground, which is always a good thing. We have a Devolve. I don't think we need to use it. Like, if he had gone with like a wider army, I think Devolve would have been better, but based on nature of his army here, a little bit of Porky Pig moment. Big Daddy Gorble's doing okay. He's definitely, holding his own. Let's get you guys charging in there as well. And we have another Traderkin coming up soon, but let's get the Minotaurs and have them see if they can get back there and just goon him. And throwing axes, we can just get you guys kind of hunting Wurzog. Let's just hunt in melee. See if we can just kind of finish him off here. Some Black Orcs coming back from the distance. Bounce of power is in our favor, relatively speaking, and we do get him here. That's probably going to be game. A lot of times when the not the Black Orcs, but when the Orc leadership kind of gets wrapped up like that, that's going to be it. So GG. Yeah, that was a good one. Well played. It was a ferocious cockfight. Some heavy skirmishing initially in the forests, and on top of that, we had to really hunt and do some kiting. And the Minotaurs did good. The Harpies did good. I was quite happy with all the picks, and it was a cool army. The Trolls for sure could have done some heavy business, but I think we really did very well for ourselves in the skirmish game with our Centaurs and our Hounds and our Harpies and stuff, and I think that was really the thing that did it. And the caster was good. I mean, what's cool about him is he's like 600 cheaper than Morker. I think he costs like 1,200 compared to Morker's like 18. So he's able to, squeeze in a couple more units, which really can make the difference in that harass fight. But yeah, so if we take a look, Goreherd's in the front line, pretty good against Chaff. Obviously, we'll get dumpstered by Black Orcs. The one Bestigor was a nice little anchor. I mean, he didn't take much damage. He just won his fight against Goblins, basically. Centaurs, the throwing axes. A lot of Greenskin players, including myself, really like to go with the Arachnaut Queen, so having these is like a must, in my opinion. You also have to make sure they don't get killed. Like, I almost lost them earlier, but the double Centaur with the Spear and Shield plus the double Hound and the Harpies gives you so much battlefield control. It's really tough for the Greenskins to contend with you in that respect, because Centaurs are so fast, they're shielded, they do very well against enemy skirmishers. So, but yeah, I mean, it could have gone either way for sure. It was just a super intense battle. So yeah. As far as my opponent's army, I love the Wurzog pick. One thing I would like to see would be the double Goblin Big Boss. I think that's just so valuable for like hunting down my caster, for defending against just all sorts of things. The Forest Goblin Spider Riders are awesome. Tief Robbers can be good as well. don't mind the trolls against best scores and things like that. It's just a wild one for sure. So very well played, my opponent, MBO. Look forward to running into you again on ladder. And hopefully you guys enjoyed this live showdown with the Beastmen. And also let me know if you guys want to see more live battles. I'll definitely try and incorporate those more often because I do enjoy them quite a bit. It just can be tough because sometimes you'll queue up for battles and they'll be very one-sided, or someone won't bring a caster, and it's just kind of like it's not teaching too much. But yeah, let me know. Thanks again for watching, guys. Hopefully you enjoyed, and we will see you guys next time.